Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Today I have another review for you on my Louis Vuitton Speedy Bandouliere 25 in damier ebene print. In this video, I will go over the details of this bag, including the wear and tear that I've gotten over the past 5 to 6 years. And then I will show you how it looks on me and what fits inside. And lastly, I will discuss the pros and cons and my recommendations. Without further ado, let's get started. Getting into the details of this bag, size 25 means it measures 25 centimeters across or 9.8 inches. The other measurements are 7.5 inches in height and 5.9 inches in width. So here is the front of the bag. I'll give you a close-up look of the canvas. The bottom of the bag and the back of the bag upside down in one continuous piece of canvas. And here is the side view of the bag. There is this leather strip down the middle, and there is Louis Vuitton Paris Made in France stamping right there, and the other side of the bag. This leather strip does not exist on the classic Speedy model. So in terms of the wear and tear on the canvas, as you can see, it is quite soft. When I purchased this bag initially, it was stiff. The canvas was stiff and has gotten softer and more malleable over time. In addition, there is this one white mark at the bottom of the bag, and I believe it is the canvas or a small piece of canvas that peeled off. I'm actually not sure how that happened. It's possible that maybe I set the bag down on something that's a little bit sharp, which kind of poked through the canvas here and left that mark. And on the corners, you can see there is a bit of rubbing on the corner. And this different shade of brown is kind of showing through, and on the other corners as well, as you can see. And that's after 5 to 6 years of use. In terms of all the leathers on this bag, the bag features dual rolled handles in treated leather, as you can see. And I want to point out that there is a bit of creasing on the underside of the handles and on this side as well, which is much more prominent than the other handle. And this has to do with the coating on the leather. The fact that it is treated leather, this type of wrinkling is bound to happen. And there are these chaps at the bottom of the handles, and as you can see, they're a little bit raised. You might be able to see it better on the side. As far as I know, they used to be flat prior to fall 2014. And after that, they came out with this new, more upgraded, I guess you can say, chaps that are poofy. And on the side, there are these leather strips, which I've mentioned, and it seems to be in pretty good condition, at least on this side. I don't see any wear. And on the other side, there is a little bit of a mark right there. It's probably coming from rubbing against this ring constantly. And in terms of the piping, which is also made of treated leather, there is a bit of rubbing, as you can see right there, and here, on the corners here, and here it looks fine. And on this side, yeah, there is a bit of rubbing, I guess, here and there on the piping. And in terms of the hardware on this bag, it features dual zipper pulls, as you can see, and yes, there is a bit of tarnish and discoloration on the zipper pulls. And these, I think, are made of brass, and they're in gold tone. And the zipper teeth, as you can see, are a bit dull, so they have gotten more dull over time. I believe initially they were in the same shade of gold as the zipper pulls. And the D-rings on the side where you hook the strap onto the bag, there is quite a bit of scratches and tarnish, as you can see. Yeah. And on this little stud as well. And on this side as well. This is kind of unavoidable from, I guess, hooking the strap, the clip of the strap onto this ring. And yeah, it's pretty bad. And these rings as well. I think they're not as bad as the other hardware pieces, but there is definitely somewhere on these rings. And on this side. So that's everything on the exterior of the bag. Opening the zippers, you get that pop of red inside. It's very beautiful. And there is a D-ring on this side of the bag, which you can hook keys or anything that you need easy access or quick access to. Sometimes I put since I use this bag for work, I put my work pass on this ring sometimes, so I can easily just pull my work pass out and swipe it when I enter the building. And there is a pocket on this side. It's not too big, so I don't generally put anything in it except for loose papers or receipts or paper bills or coins. And I note on the new model, there's a zipper here. And as you can see, there's nothing, just a slip pocket. To me, the zipper isn't gonna add additional functionality since how small it is and I don't really use it to begin with. And behind the pocket, just want to show you, there is the date stamp. I don't know if you can see it, but it says AA 4135. So it is made in 43rd week of 2015. And this bag also comes with a strap and the lock and the keys. So just want to quickly show you the lock. I don't really use it nowadays, but I used to just attach it to the D-ring here, and it has, as you can see, changed its color. So it says LV on this side and Louis Vuitton Paris on the other side. And there's the keys here. And I have the strap. So this strap consists of 3 pieces so that you can wear the bag on your shoulder or crossbody. And I want to show you that there is a little bit of wrinkling as well on the strap. Okay, right here. I guess mostly on the middle piece of the strap, which is used to wear wear the bag crossbody. There is a bit of wrinkling, which is unavoidable, so I don't really mind. And there is the hardware on the buckle on the strap. As you can see, this hardware is the same hardware used on the bag. It's very similar. Whereas these clasps or these clips are in a different shade as the hardware on the bag for some reason. I think these are two different types of hardware, or at least the plating is different. On the bag, the hardware is lighter, in a lighter shade, whereas this, you can see it's pretty yellow gold, and it says Louis Vuitton there. And these clips are actually in pretty good quality when compared to the hardware on the bag, and it hasn't really tarnished or anything. Maybe there's very small marks on it, but overall speaking, it's in really good condition. And same with the other one as well. Both are in really good condition. I kind of wish that the hardware on the bag is the same hardware as these clips, but I guess that's not how it is. So that's basically details on this bag. And now I want to insert the mug shots for you, since you might be wondering how the bag looks on me. For reference, I'm just shy of 5'7", and I will insert the mug shots right now. Now I want to show you what fits inside. I have a whole bunch of stuff with me and I will start putting them in. So I have a 6x8 notebook with me, and you can pretend it is an iPad mini. And I do have to put it in at an angle just because the opening is a little small. And I have a large cosmetic pouch from Shiseido. And as you can see, it is quite big when compared to the bag, and I will try to put it in. May not be so easy. Okay, it's in. And I have my Tom Ford sunglass case. It's pretty bulky sunglass case. And I have my umbrella. It's a small sized umbrella. Fits. And I have my key pouch, my keys, my cell phone, my masks, and my wallet. So I did a review on this wallet if you want to check it out. All right. Oops. I think I do need to. Okay. All right, it fits. It's pretty heavy. And I also do want to show you whether my water bottle, it's a standard Swell water bottle, and whether that fits in. Right now it does not, because my bag is already stuffed. And however, if I take out my cosmetic pouch and replace it with a smaller pouch. This is from Uniqlo. It's very cute. My water bottle will fit. Yes, it fits. And I'm putting my key pouch back, wallet back. All right. It's pretty heavy. I usually wouldn't stuff the bag to the brim like this, but just wanted to show you what fits for the sake of this video. All right. So this is what fits inside this bag. And next I will move on to pros and cons. Now on to the pros and cons of this bag. I want to start by talking about what I like about this bag first. So the first pro to me is it has a very simple and classic silhouette, which can easily pair with any outfits. It may not be a bag that is super on trend all the time, but it will never go out of style either, in my opinion, and I can never get tired of looking at it. Another pro is the versatility. With the strap being adjustable and removable, the bag can be worn multiple ways, handheld on the shoulder and crossbody. And even if you prefer to hand carry it, it's always nice to have the option of being hands-free if needed, which can really be a lifesaver for me sometimes. And it can be dressed up and down. It can be so ladylike hand carrying it for slightly formal occasions, and it also looks pretty chic on the shoulder or crossbody with casual outfits. Another pro is the size. I think this particular size is extremely practical because it has the room that I need to carry more than my essentials, and it allows me to be hands-free at the same time. There are larger sizes like 30 and 35, which are too bulky for me as crossbody, and smaller sizes are too small for what I like to use this bag for. So size 25 is the perfect size for me. Another pro, or the last pro, is the low maintenance aspect of it. The demi-ebene canvas and the treated leather are carefree and weatherproof. You don't have to worry about spilling things on it or touching the handles with lotion on your hands, whereas with the demi-azur or monogram versions that have the untreated vachetta leather or the empreinte leather options, you will have to be a bit more careful. On to the cons of this bag. The first con is that the opening is a bit small and restricting, as you can see, when compared to larger sizes of Speedy. And when I get in and out of this bag with one hand, the zipper teeth tend to scratch up my hand and my item, which is not so pleasant. And depending on what item it is, the zipper teeth tend to get scratched up as well. So if that's a problem for you, and if you carry large items on a regular basis, I would highly recommend size 30. Being 5 centimeters bigger definitely makes a huge difference. Another con is that there is no organization inside. As you can see, it is one giant hole. And if you have a lot of loose items, they can get lost in a bag. One solution to that would be to use a purse organizer in a bag, but also be aware of the potential wear and tear to the corners and to the canvas overall with purse organizer inside. Another con of the bag is it sags. So if you have heavy stuff inside, the bottom will look like this. And that is really because the canvas has gotten more malleable over time and it won't keep its shape too well, although the slouchiness isn't as bad as on the bigger sizes. Again, you can use a purse organizer or a base shaper, but just beware of the wear and tear. Another con on this bag is the quality of the hardware, which is the biggest con for me. As you can see, there is quite a bit of tarnishing and discoloration on the hardware on the bag, as well as on the buckles on the strap. So I've seen reviews that this is not uncommon with the Speedy Bandouliere version, at least in the canvas. Mine is an older model, and it's possible that the hardware has improved over time, but I would still advise doing some research prior to getting this bag if the potential hardware deterioration would be an issue for you. And the last con is that even though by itself the bag is lightweight, it can get heavy if you really stuff it, which might have to do with the placement of the handles, that they're quite centered. Also, since the strap is thin and stiff because of the treated leather, when worn on shoulders, it does dig in and can get heavy. The straps on the monogram or Daniel Azur versions, which are made out of untreated leather, are definitely softer and more comfortable on the shoulders. And that will be a better option for you, in my opinion, if you do have issues with the strap on this particular bag. So in conclusion, would I recommend this bag? Personally, I love the look and functionality of this bag. To me, the silhouette is extremely iconic, and I adore the Damier Ebene print, and I love the versatility that the bandolier version offers. So for me, hands down, it is a bag that I will likely keep forever. Yes, there are cons about this bag, but I love it so much that I can live with those cons. And for those of you who also likes this style and don't mind all the cons I mentioned, for example, small opening, the sagginess, the hardware quality, I would say go for it. You can't really go wrong with a Speedy, and you can always resell it for a decent price. So that does it for my review. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, please remember to give this video a thumbs up, and I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel and join me here on YouTube. Let me know in the comments below if you also have this bag and how you like it. What are your likes and dislikes about it? Do you also experience the hardware issue? Also, if you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.